Today there are a lot of updates from the Kharkiv direction. Here, Ukrainian forces have intensified their operations around the Vovchansk area, making substantial progress by merging two independent bridgeheads near Tykhe. As Russian troops attempt to consolidate control and create a buffer zone in northern Kharkiv Oblast, Ukrainian forces, supported by advanced aerial reconnaissance and precision strikes, are steadily undermining Russian efforts. This shift in momentum is tipping the balance in Ukraine's favor, further disrupting Russia's defensive strategies in the region. Ukrainian Kharkiv Group spokesperson Vitaly Sarantsev recently reported that Russian forces continue to pursue their operational objectives in northern Kharkiv Oblast. However, Ukrainian operations in the region, combined with the additional pressure from Ukraine's incursion into Kursk Oblast, are significantly disrupting Russia's offensive efforts. Russian objectives reportedly include establishing a buffer zone along the international border with Belgorod Oblast and pinning down Ukrainian forces in the area. However, Sarantsev also highlighted a more dangerous objective. Russian forces are aiming to launch an advance from Vovchansk to strike the rear of Ukrainian positions in the Kupyansk direction, which could threaten Ukraine's defensive posture in the region. The strategic significance of Kupyansk cannot be overstated. It serves as a critical linchpin for Russia's broader political objective of fully securing the territorial boundaries of Luhansk. At the same time, any potential Russian advance on the regional capital, Kharkiv, even if intended merely to pressure the city and provoke civilian evacuations, remains unlikely to succeed as long as the Ukrainian Kupyansk group continues to threaten Russian forces from the southeast. From Russia's perspective, both objectives, exerting pressure on both Kharkiv and Kupyansk, are highly valuable and ultimately interdependent. In recent days, Ukrainian forces have intensified efforts to disrupt Russian logistical operations around Vovchansk. This escalation has been driven by enhanced aerial reconnaissance, allowing for heightened vigilance and more precise targeting. Numerous geolocated images reveal a surge in attacks, primarily using FPV drones, following accurate detection by reconnaissance UAVs. Footage shows strikes on a wide array of vehicles, as well as attempts to hinder on-foot logistical support, demonstrating Ukraine's growing capability to undermine Russian supply lines in the area. Additionally, Ukrainian Air Force operations have intensified, with the 114th Tactical Aviation Brigade conducting a strike on a Russian base in Vovchansk. Reports indicate that GBU-39 precision-guided bombs were launched from a MiG-29 during the attack. Geolocated images confirm the destruction of a Russian personnel and equipment base located at the former Central District Hospital in Vovchansk. Footage highlights the pinpoint accuracy of the Ukrainian munitions, which were set to a delayed detonation mode. The bombs can be seen penetrating the building before exploding, maximizing the impact and destruction. Russian sources have acknowledged heavy losses, potentially amounting to 2 companies. For access to the original uncensored combat footage, you can visit our Telegram channel via the link in the description. In response to their stalled infantry advances, Russian forces have escalated aerial attacks in the area, primarily deploying FAB-guided bombs and thermobaric munitions. These strikes have focused on Tykhe, which has remained firmly under Ukrainian control for several weeks. Additionally, Russian aviation reportedly destroyed a bridge over the Vovcha River near Okhremivka and Mala Vovcha, northeast of Vovchansk. However, Ukrainian forces maintain multiple crossings over the Vovcha River throughout the eastern part of Vovchansk, minimizing the disruption to their logistics. This shift in Russian tactics suggests a renewed focus on eastern Vovchansk, as northern Vovchansk is increasingly leveled and reduced to rubble. Meanwhile, Ukrainian forces continue to solidify their hold on Tykhe, preparing for a potential future offensive aimed at advancing on Vovchansk from the east. If we look at the topographic map, we can see that Tykhe occupies a strategically advantageous position, with the road descending from its heights. If Ukrainian forces can concentrate enough personnel and equipment, they could pose a serious threat to Russian positions north of Vovchansk. Recent geolocated footage highlights Ukrainian efforts to exert pressure on a Russian force attempting to regroup near Tykhe. Upon early detection of the enemy concentration, Ukrainian forces acted swiftly, not waiting for a potential assault. Precision artillery strikes targeted Russian positions along the tree lines, obliterating the enemy before they had a chance to mount an offensive. As a result of increased Ukrainian efforts, military analysts have recently reported that Ukrainian forces successfully merged 2 bridgeheads in the area. One bridgehead, advancing westward from north of Tykhe, was led by the 7th Battalion area of the Ukrainian Volunteer Army, while the other, advancing eastward from Vovchansk, was led by the Tsunami Regiment of the Lyot Brigade. This achievement is particularly significant, as Russian forces were theoretically positioned in a more favorable location. However, Ukraine's renewed momentum, combined with ongoing Russian logistical and personnel challenges, has enabled Ukrainian forces to push forward and secure these strategically important positions. Overall, Russia's need to shift focus due to the success of the Ukrainian incursion into Kursk is limiting its ability to sustain previous levels of personnel and equipment deployment across other frontline areas. Ukrainian forces are capitalizing on this opportunity by intensifying pressure in the Vovchansk region, targeting logistics hubs and Russian concentration points, which has facilitated the merger of Ukrainian bridgeheads near Tykhe. These operations are bolstered by increased Ukrainian air support. As a result, the momentum is beginning to shift in Ukraine's favor. If Ukrainian forces can sustain this pressure, we may soon witness a decisive advance, potentially leading to significant territorial gains. If you're against the invasion of Ukraine and you want to support the work that I am doing, consider making a purchase in the online store UA Supporter. Here you can find a lot of products with Ukrainian symbols to not only show your support for this channel, but also for Ukraine. The link to the online store is in the description. Thank you for watching this report, and I will see you in the next one.